Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets because they just won their first ever NBA championship. But it's not over because if I'm right, I think this is the beginning of a brand new dynasty. As you all know, the Denver Nuggets have been exceptionally good this year. Not just this year. I think they've been good for the past 2 years, but injuries have kept them from reaching their full potential. And there are a few things that the Denver Nuggets did this year, right, that are indicative of a brand new dynasty, right? As you guys all know, I've been following the Denver Nuggets since last year. Last year when I was watching the Denver Nuggets play against the Golden State Warriors in the first round, even though they lost to the future champions, I knew that what I was looking at was just brilliance, right? So I was beating the drum since then. I have receipts to prove it. I have tweets. And then also I was beating the drums that the Denver Nuggets are coming before the season started. I have receipts to prove it. I have videos on that. So I knew how good the Denver Nuggets could be, or how good they were, right? Before everyone jumped on the bandwagon. And then also I was beating the drums for Nikola Jokic to win the MVP over Joel Embiid this year. I knew he was better than Joel Embiid, right? But the Denver Nuggets this year went 16-4 en route to winning their first ever championship. That's utter dominance. And it's kind of ironic because the Colorado Avalanche did that exact same thing last year, and they were really good. Going 16-4 is indicative of a dynasty. Why? Because the last teams that have gone 16-4 or better have been dynasties. The Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors have been the latest dynasty that the NBA has seen, right? Starting from 2015 up until last year. That's how long they've been winning championships, right? And then further than that, if you go back all the way to 2001, the Los Angeles Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, they utterly dominated. They went like 15-1 in the playoffs, right? Utter domination. No one could beat them. And then before that, you go to the Chicago Bulls, right? Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, utterly dominated. Then before that, you go to the Los Angeles Lakers and then the Boston Celtics. All of these teams that just utterly dominate their opponents in the playoffs were dynasties, right? Now, granted, there are some teams that go 16-4 or better and never win again. But those teams, the reason they never won again was because contracts ended, right? Players reached their apex too late, right? But this Denver team is different. Every single important Denver Nuggets player that was a crucial part of this year's championship is going to be back next year. They're not going anywhere. Western Conference, you guys get used to this because this Denver Nuggets team is not going anywhere. Christian Braun, they just drafted him last year, a rookie, right? Really, really great piece for them. He's under contract. He's under a rookie contract. Nikola Jokic is under contract. Jamal Murray is under contract. Michael Porter Jr. is under contract. And these contracts are not just 1 year contract. I mean, they will be back next year and the year after that, right? Aaron Gordon under contract. They're all coming back. So John Morant, when he was talking about now I'm good in the West, you are not good in the West. What you just saw the Denver Nuggets do to the Los Angeles Lakers that swept you, that's going to be there for the next 3 years. I mean, that level of play. Next 3 years, they're not going anywhere. And another thing that's going to keep the stars that just help win a championship for Denver in Denver is the fact that they're homegrown. I mean, the core pieces that help this team win, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., all homegrown. And then also last year, they just drafted Christian Braun. You saw how good he was in this year's playoffs. You would have never believed he was just a rookie. You would have thought he was used to winning, of which he is, because he won 3 high school titles straight, then went to college and won an NCAA title last year. In his rookie year in the NBA, he wins a championship. He's used to winning. He's used to playing winning basketball. He was a great piece for the Denver Nuggets, and he's under contract, and he's homegrown. What does this remind you of? This reminds you of the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors drafted Steph. They drafted Klay Thompson. They drafted Draymond Green, right? The core pieces that helped them become the Golden State Warriors were all drafted. Same thing with the Denver Nuggets.